Yo, hold up a sec, Doc. Nonsense over there.
That's not what I said.
Whoa, what'd you call me?
What the? Hey, what are you filming me for? Knock it off!
Chill out, man. Why do you care? I don't see anything that says I can't record here.
Enough! Stop!
Just give me a reason. You have one? It's a free country, isn't it?
Whoa! Hey! What gives? You just kicked my sign over!
Ah, that was the wind, man. A big old gust just came through, right?
Yeah, crazy. Just now it whooshed right over.
I told you! Put that down! Come on!
Kids don't seem to give any fucks about people these days.
Agreed. So much for seeing the sights, huh?
Well, you're thinking what I'm thinking, aren't you?
Do you have to ask?
So, anything else you want to accuse us of? I'd say you must be losing it, Pops.
You goddamn brats!
I got that one. He called us goddamn brats. You picking on high schoolers, man?
No, I just don't want you loitering in front of my store. That's all I said, okay? So stop disturbing my customers.
That part's not gonna make the video.
Wow, is that one of those new smartphone models? May I?
What the hell?
Damn, the camera on this thing's amazing, man. Your parents buy it for you?
Holy crap, he kicked Sakaki down.
You must be seeing things, kid. Anyway, your smartphone's kind of dirty, don't you think? Let me see.
Hey! Give me my phone back!
You want it back? I'll give it back, but only if you put this poor restaurant owner's sign back up first.
Asshole. You think you can fuck with us? We're gonna kick your ass! Come on!
That stings like a bitch! For fuck's sake, these guys are monsters!
Yo, was that Aikido just now? Oh, don't tell me you've been training at a secret dojo or something.
Just more of my own thing, really. Figured I'd find a way to hold back for punks like them. Here, this came from one of those kids. Your call what to do with it.
You really didn't have to, but thank you. Those were students from Serio High. You'd think private school kids would be better behaved. but they're just as immature.
They look like a bunch of entitled brats.
They'd learn some manners the hard way in Kamurocho.
Well, we've got our fair share of unsavory types. The Yakuza, not to mention those Yokohama Liomang gangsters. Those kids wouldn't dare to mess with them.
So they're selective about their targets.
Yes, they'll only harass you if they think they'll get away with it.
Think they'll be back for more?
I certainly hope not. Anyway, I sure am glad you stopped by. Come to think of it, you're the only ones who've ever intervened. I take it you're not from around here?
Yeah, but we might end up staying. For a while at least. Ever hear of a detective agency called Yokohama 99? We were on our way there right now.
I'm afraid that doesn't ring a bell.
That's all right. If anything, we should get going.
Sure. Oh, but before that, please take this with you. Consider it a token of my gratitude.
Let's hit it.
これストーリーだけ進めますかね。小見汁もいけないところだし。ここ
Yokohama 99. Yeah, that's the place.
Whoa, not too shabby, guys.
Not too shabby, guys. おもろいわ。めっちゃおもろいやんけ。お、いいオフィスじゃん。めっちゃいいオフィスやん。
Yo.
Ah, if it isn't the man of the hour, Yagami-shi.
Gentlemen, welcome. How are you?
This guy. First he falls off the radar. Now he's got this sweet office.
Oh, めっちゃええやん。
Little shit.
You're still quick as a thief. Maybe a little quicker, actually.
Well, I'd say thief isn't very fair.
It was stealing.
Oh, come on. You know I wasn't doing it to line my own pockets, right? We took from the powerful and gave to the powerless. It was altruism. And it's all in the past now, so let's just leave it at that.
The place is nice, though. It's kind of familiar, even.
It should be. You're our inspiration, Yagami Detective Agency. You guys are the goal.
For sure. So, how about you guys take a load off? If you're ready, I'll give you guys the briefing.
Say what? A briefing, man?
Let him go over what we know.
I've actually got an agenda for today's meeting, too.
An agenda?
Just roll with it. Give him a chance. All the detective talk has made him go a little overboard.
意識
I'm
高い
sure it'll
系
work
の
itself
会社
out.
ね。
It's all good. Imitation really is the sincerest form of flattery.
To sum up why we called you, we've been seeing a major upward trend with these kinds of cases. What do you think? Care to take a wild...
I'll give you a hint. It's not a problem you'd find in Kamurocho.
So, it's specific to Yokohama?
I know. It's gang warfare. The outfits running Chinatown are at each other's throats.
Yokohama
You
Ryuman?
guys-
Well, we did just hear about the Yokohama Liumang.
Yeah, Yokohama Liu, whatever.
Actually, we haven't run into any gang-related activity at all. No, what we're dealing with isn't so conspicuous. I'll just tell you,
いじめか。
it's bullying.
Bullying?
Sometimes parents ask us for evidence. Fairly often, they want these bullies taken to
They'll
court.
also want to hold the schools accountable. But none of that happens without solid.
How old are these kids?
Most of them are in... Research shows that boys at that age experience a sudden spike in testosterone. This leads to
そのせい
outbursts
でも
to
ないんじゃ
assert
ないか。
dominance,
まあでも
compounded
まあ、
by the irrationality of an immature brain.
わかんなくもないな。理性が効かないからな。
Scientifically, this potent mix of impulses often
確かにいじ
manifests
めは
as
中学生
bullying.
とかの方が多いのかな。
Yeah.
But that would apply specifically to boys, right?
いや
You're、getting cases with girls
女もあ
involved
るだ
too.
ろう。
Ah, with girls, it's more likely rooted in oxytocin, a brain hormone that also has links to bullying. See, oxytocin fosters feelings of attachment. For instance, scientists have observed that a
But
mother's...
it's not always a bad thing, is what you're saying.
うん。だね。
Indeed. Did you know it was oxytocin that ancient
そこ
matriarchs
え
were particularly vulnerable during
そこまで
childbirth,
戻って話
thus
すか。
requiring communal support. So you could kind of say the survival and reproduction of our species was largely oxytocin at work. After all, raising a child in the wilderness would have been impossible alone. However, this intense social need bore a dark side. Individuals who failed to contribute were shunned and eventually condemned.
裏切り
Let's say
者で
there
す
was
か。
a villager who never put in his fair share. All he did was eat the crops. If that became the norm, nobody would work until the village was on the brink of starvation.
And by then, it'd be too late.
Precisely. That's why these offenders were punished. Primitive as it was, punishment equated to justice. A necessary
いじめ
measure
が
for
正義で
society's
すか。う
greater
ー
good.
ん。な
And
るほど
societies with a stricter sense of justice were the ones who endured in the long run. To put this into focus, these people are our direct ancestors.
So, from a science perspective, modern day bullying is just primitive?
More like it's hardwired into our nature.
Hormones are fucked
っ
up.
てことは、いじめは絶対
I
なくなら
wouldn't
ないって
chalk
こと
it
だよ
up to
ね。
just that. However, we humans do tend to reject what's foreign to us. Whether we're socially awkward or simply misunderstood, those who don't conform are ostracized. That's how it's been since time immemorial. The misfits of civilization are deserving of punishment. All over the world, no matter where or when.
いじめ関連か。
Looks like you guys have been doing your homework.
Tsukumo-kun's the one hitting the books. I'm more in charge of the field work.
Makes sense.
ああ、いじめに関してもこんなに本が出るぐらいだ。深いってことやな。
Here's another fun fact while we're at it. An act of betrayal also increases the human urge to punish the offender. In
あ
those
あ、まあ
cases,
それわかんなく
the
もない
act
な
of。punishment
それは
floods
多
the
分
brain
若い
with
とかそういう
dopamine, triggering an
じゃなく
instant
て
rush of pleasure. In other words,
普通
serving
に
justice can feel
大
just
人
as
でも
good
な。
as eating or having sex.
そんなに
Sure.
裏切り者を制裁
That's
する
where
のは
we have to draw the line.
わあ、
Justice can't be twisted into joy, or it stops
確
serving
か
its
に
purpose.
な。
Very
正義が
perceptive,
快楽に
Yagamishi.
変わってしまったら
So, back
や
to
めつきになっちゃう
reality.
ってことだよね。
What's this big case that needs all the manpower?
Ah, yes. Our client is the chairman of a private school. He wants us to scour the campus for any and all instances of bullying,
し
leaving
が
no
みつ
stone
ぶしか
unturned.
なかな
That
か言う
said,
ね。
he also requires us to be discreet.
How big is this school?
つまり
Let's see.
バレ
There
ない
are
ようにやってほしい
6
ってこ
classes
と
per grade, making 18 in total. So
なかなか多いぞ。
approximately 600 students. Given that, Sugiurashi and I couldn't
どうやって
possibly vet them alone.
We'll be
生
meeting
徒
the
として
chairman
潜り
at
込
a
むなんて
restaurant
ことは無理で
tonight
し
to
ょ
lay out
正
the
生徒として
specifics.
とかそんな
How
感
about the two of you come
じ
join
清
us?
掃員とかそんな
We
の
could use the help.
いけんじゃん。でもカイトは無理じゃないカイトさ
Sure
ん。
have it together.
カイトさんちょっとヤクザにしか見えんの。
Oh, we already made the reservations in Chinatown, by the way.
おお、よかったじゃん
It is
カイ
a
ト。
little welcoming
カイト
party.
さん。
The restaurant's name is Kyoinro.
教
If
員
you
な
could
ん
meet
て
us there, that'd be great.
あったっけ龍が如
You
くに
didn't。have to do that.
北京ダックのとこで飯食えたらマジ面白かったからな。あ、まだ。ちょっと待って。あ、でも、サバイバーいける？あ、いけるね。サバイバーいきますね。 ってみようか。
Kyoin Road. Looks like this is it.
あれここってあれやないの横浜リューマンの本拠地じゃん。
Are you almost here, Yagamishi? We went ahead and sat down.
Actually, we're right
早い
out
ねみん
front.
な。
Excellent. Just give the host my name then.
Will do.
Was this the same guy living in a net cafe not too long ago?
確かにな。つく
He
も
sure
の
has
連れ
come
ですっ
a
つっ
long
て
way.
入れるぐらい
At
の
this rate, he'll
知
leave
られ
us
て
in
ん
the
の。
dust.
じゃあ行きますか。予約制ってかこれで横浜リューマン出てきた
Without
ら面
further
白いな。
ado, allow me to introduce Yagamishi and Kaito-san, the gentlemen I mentioned before. They are, without a doubt, the finest private eyes in Kamurocho.
Ah, yes. Tsukumo-san here has certainly been singing your praises. My name is...
すんげえな、どんだけだよ。
I'm the chairman of a private high school, Serio, if you've heard of it.
Serio High. Isn't that where those kids were from?
Yeah, the ones from earlier.
Is something the matter?
We actually ran into some of your students today. There must have been 7, 8 of them. They were harassing a restaurant worker and recording it on their phone.
Oh boy. And I'm guessing you didn't just stand and watch?
You bet your ass we did. Had to knock a little sense into those brats.
You mean there was an altercation? Perhaps I should pretend not to have heard that.
Come on, pal. Why don't we cut the formal crap and tell it like it is?
Because that would be unprofessional, Kaito-san.
Chairman,
本当だ
we'd
よ
like
な
to start investigating tomorrow. So would you mind sharing any background information you may have?
Certainly, yes. Our administration has a very firm stance against bullying. Yet no policy is foolproof, and each situation is unique. We continually ask ourselves, are we taking proper
まあ
measures
な、
to
いじめっ
foster
ていう
a
のは
supportive
表面化し
environment?
ねえからな。
Or if enmity is already
表
prevalent
面化して
among
た
the
らよっ
student
ぽど
body,
ひどいいじ
are
め
we
じゃないと
addressing
な。
their concerns promptly enough? I believe the key is prevention. Stop
それは確か
bullying
に分か
before
る
it。
プレベンショ
starts.
ン。
And you're hiring detectives to help?
Oh, yes. See, as this thought was dawning on me, I happened across a sign. Yokohama 99, it read. I visited your webpage, actually, and I discovered just how well versed you were at this very matter. At
マジ
that
で
moment, I knew
始めた
fate
ばっ
was
かのに
guiding
もう
my
実績
hand.
かよ。
Sounds like you walked right out of a commercial.
In most situations we've dealt with, we knew who the problem was beforehand. All we needed to do was get the evidence. But in this case, we don't even know if there's a bully in the first place.
Hence why we called in the reinforcements.
So, I take it you have some sort of plan?
Of course. We're going to start by spreading hidden cameras throughout the school, anywhere that bullying is most likely to occur. This footage should provide a detailed snapshot of student interaction that would otherwise go unnoticed. Then, after a 2-week test run, we'll compile our data and present our initial analysis.
Nothing beats a good old-fashioned spy cam.
Yes, but if one of these spy cams were found, the whole operation could be compromised.
バレないよう
As
にやらないとい
such,
けないってことな。
our pair of experts are intimately familiar with the complexities of human behavior,
おー、だから矢
ensuring
神
these
か。なる
cameras remain hidden.
ほどね。
Damn, you make me want to hire us.
This secret stays between you and us, Chairman. Not even the guards or teachers can know. Do I have that correct?
You do. I believe the more people who know, the more likely it is this would get out. At any rate, I've heard Yagami-san here has tackled many a difficult case in Kamurocho.
いじめじゃないけどな。
I'm glad to have such a reliable detective on the job. You have my full confidence and backing.
ヤクザ相手だからな、言うても。
They just keep raising the bar on us, don't they?
So, Yagamishi, if there's anything you'd like to ask the
おー、
chairman,
ここで俺の出番
now's
か
your。chance.
おほ
Hey, good idea. We might learn a thing or two
ー。す
from
げえな。
watching
ハー
the
ドルめっ
master
ちゃ上げるや
work.
ん、こいつら。どんだけ上げる
You
の
put me on the spot, guys. But might as well.
おー。ペギなく取ろうってもいいっすかてか あ面白い、そこで言うんか。うん。
In the event we do uncover bullying, what action would you take?
Of course, we would provide appropriate counseling, in addition to notifying the local authorities.
学校でもみ消すことはしないん
Wouldn't
か。
that mean increasing the teacher's workload? Interviewing students, filling out paperwork. That could lead to making people not want to bother reporting it.
Sad to say, I can't
Oh, no.
rule out that possibility. The teachers have so much on their plate as it is. I doubt they'd volunteer to look for any
日
extra
本の教師は多分仕事の
That
量が
is
多いんじゃ
why
ないの
we
みんな
must
結
strike
局
at the root of it.
What if you offered your staff a bonus for catching any bullies in the act?
そしたらさ
I know that
逆にあれ
motivate me.
いじめ仕立て上げてさ
You don't think that'd backfire?
Actually, it might be worth considering.
いやいやいや
But
い
the
じめでっ
fact
ち
of
上げる
the
よ誰か
matter
多分
is, bullying has no perfect solution.
Could you elaborate on why you're going the detective route for this?
Like I said, my goal is to nip.
And it's not enough for the teachers to be on full alert?
Unfortunately, no. I'm afraid I can't fully trust whatever they jot down on
つ
some
まり
report.
先生たちの中にいるってこと犯人が。そうだよねそうだよね。そもそも先生たちに問題があるのか。
Okuda-san, you mentioned you couldn't trust your teacher's
よっぽ
reports.
どだぜ先生。
Why is that?
先生雇われだもんな。 それは信
Human
じられないっ
error,
て言った
I
ら。
suppose. Behavior can be ambiguous, and it is difficult to notice every little detail.
Your first response seemed to hint at something else.
Yes. Yes, I suppose it did.
Can you tell me what's going on?
Where should I begin? You see, folks, it has been almost 4 years since the suicide of one of our
もしかしてここと裁判のあの件
poor boy hung himself.
関係してんじゃねえの
You mean because he was being
何
bullied?
年前
Not on paper, at least. We established a committee to investigate, but they never turned up anything. Neither did the court.
Wait, you were taken to court?
Yes. One of the students' parents filed a lawsuit. Now, there were online postings that may or may not have hinted at bullying. But the prosecution never found substantial evidence, and the court ruled we were in the clear.
If I can ask your honest opinion, was there really no bullying, Chairman?
I would like to believe there wasn't. But I may have been too far removed from the classroom to say that in good faith. Every day I watch our students come to school, and what I see are young, happy kids. They're all so full of life, with bright futures ahead of them. However, around 2 months ago, we lost contact with one of our student teachers. Everyone assumes it's a mental health issue.
The hell? Don't tell me he got picked on too.
それはありえるか
could
も
have been the case, but I didn't get enough details to say for sure.
な。そ
From
の
what
彼
I
に話を
observed,
聞いたらいいん
he
じゃない
appeared to be getting along quite well with the students.
うんなるほど
But
ね。
I later heard his family had reported him missing.
ミッシング ?4 年前に生徒が自殺最近。
At the end of the day,
そいつがもしかしたらもともといじめをしてたってことじゃない。で、あのおっさんに殺されたんですよ。
That is why I went the detective route.
I think this conversation has been enlightening. Any thoughts, Tsukumo?
What else is there? I suppose we'll have to see when we get there. We may have more questions then.
That would be fine.
All right then. Time to dig in or what?
Are you really pretending you waited? You've been nibbling this whole time.
You call this nibbling?
もっとい
And
けるっ
waiter,
てか。
I want to place an order. And tell your chef, I hope his kitchen can handle this heat.
I take it this place isn't exactly cheap.
Don't you worry about that, Yagami-shi. The bill's on us.
いやいやいやいやいやいやいやいやいや、破産させられるぞ、そんなこと言うと。
In that case. Excuse me. I'm ready to order too.
バチクソ食うんじゃねえの。
So, how was that for your first day's work? I realize that meeting was a lot to take in, but the task at hand seems pretty straightforward.
Oh yeah. What was that you said about using hidden
隠しカメラ
cameras?
か。
Tomorrow we'll be deciding where to put them. We don't have all that many, so you know. Oh, and we'll be dressed as AC repairmen.
What? You gonna make us wear uniforms?
いいじゃん、それで。
Of course. Freshly laundered and ready for
そこを
duty.
文句言う必要なく
As you
ね。
may recall, only the chairman is aware of our investigation. We must therefore deceive both.
Sounds like a plan to me.
In any case, try to make yourselves at
じゃあここで寝てもいいってことか。
Ichicho's not such a bad town. And the Chinese food, top notch. Besides, these kids got nothing on our usual Yakuza flunkies. やらかした？
Hmm?
ネットショッピング。キムタクが使うってこと
あ
一つ。
Sucks.
両方とも間違っ
Hmm.
た。返品は無理。ネットで売るのを考えた。
Yeah.
No way!
なりませんぞ。ああ、転売か。なるほどね。転売屋だ。ああ、そういうことね。はあはあはあはあ。3倍か。転売屋クソだもんな。
Huh.
Huh? Yagami-san.
Huh?
ふん、そうか。
Hey!
Yeah.
どうしたどうした？
Huh? Huh?
仕事優先。あ、キムタク行ってきてくれ。
Nah. Yeah.
おお、そういうことか。時間制限ありで、スノボを使ってってことか。でもスノボを使うの、スノボじゃなくてスケボーを使うのと走るのとどっちが速いのかっていうのを
Gotcha.
3分か。うわ
Yeah.
ー、うわー、マジか。使用可能な場所で R2 か×か。はんはんはんはん。ポイントか。あ、やっちまった。けど、君どう行くの？あ、思いっきり反対側。そっか。道中もしかしたら敵に遭遇するかもしれないか。いや、それはいいか。これ普通に間に合うんじゃね？あー、でもなんかあんだろうな。邪魔。しょ ダメ？あ、出ない。なんで
Excuse me.
車か。転売ヤクザかよ。おい、転売ヤクザと半グレだったらな。おお、なるほど。じゃあ
Hey.
Yep.
なるほどね。世界含めて2つしかない。2つしかないくて2万だったら30万か。
Are you serious?
この人だ。
I owe you one.
確かな。転売を思いとどめてくれたか。相変わらずやな。ここで寝ていいってことだ。寝るか。ソファーで寝る。朝がやってきたってか。
Yagamishi, remember those uniforms I mentioned yesterday?
あ、言ってた
You'll
な。
need to put one on before we go. They should be a perfect fit.
それはそれでなんか嫌だな。なんか体のこと完璧にって。いやいや。
Yeah, I don't doubt that. You've never been one to miss a detail.
あ、変装か。お、勝手に動く。作業服着てもキムタクだな。キムタクはキムタクだよ。なんか仕事人みたいな感じだ。仕事人みたいな。
What's up with those guys?
確かにそうだよな。
They sure look like men on a mission. But for what?
We will now commence our journey by taxi to Seiryō High. Gentlemen,
なんでかっこつけ
are we all ready? Remember, this case can open up a lot for us depending on how we solve it. So let's leave no stone unturned.
Don't worry. No case is too big or too small. We always swing for the fences. Ain't that right, Tom?
You know it.
空売りはしないでくれよ。
Let's get going.
行こう。乗る500か。どこだっけ。おお。そこにこうがあるのか。これ初めてだな。いいとこやん。めっちゃええとこやん。よし、さすが進学校やな。めっちゃいいとこ立ってんな。しかも結構綺麗やな。
Ah, you must be the repairman. The chairman said you'd be here. I take it you know where you're going?
Yes, but thank you anyway.
Ooh, this place reeks of money.
They are a prestigious prep school.
Wonder if the kids are on recess.
So, our first order of business is to analyze the layout of the school. The schoolyard should provide the proper vantage point. Let's head there.
あんまりフラフラしてるとさ、さすがにバレるべ。外に空調はありませんよっていう話だな。まあ、いろいろ理由を
It
つけれ
seems
ばいい
this。school's design is fairly conventional. See, there's the classroom building, and that must be the gym.
By the way, how many spy cams do we have?
20 in total, all of which feed directly to my computer.
Think we ought to split them up between us?
We could, but that might draw extra attention. We stick out enough as is, so people will wonder what we're doing alone. But if we moved in pairs, they'd write us off a lot easier.
Clever as always, Yagami-shi. That reminds me of something. When a con man pretends to be a cop, they'll usually bring along a
詐欺師は偽
partner.
警官なんか。
It seems the added person adds legitimacy, unless you're a natural skeptic. All that is to say, Yagami-shi knows his material.
Hear that, Tom? You should have been a con.
詐欺師のサイン。
Very funny. So, how about Kaito-san and I take half the cameras and you guys take the rest? Where are they anyway?
Right here. Now, these cameras don't see very far, but they do see wide. 150 degrees, to be precise. So let's try to set them up where we think a bully would be
い
most
じめ
likely
が
to
起きそ
strike.
うな場所か。
So, we just gotta find the teacher's blind spots.
なるほど、なるほ
You're
ど。
looking at it
そうか、
naturally.
先行の資格になるところを。
You would brag about something like that, Kaito-san.
Better stop before I blush.
All right,
褒めたつもり
guys,
は
I
なか
think
った
it's。time for action.
Okay, Talk and I'll start here. And you guys can work your way around opposite us.
Affirmative.
はあ、さてさてと。
We've only got 10 cameras, so we gotta use them smart.
やっぱり外より中よな。いやー、ここで
Yeah, of course. The shoe
青
lockers.
春のドラマか。
Met all kinds of teens.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. That's where you drop love letters to your crush.
そん
Or
なの
challenge
今
your
時ない
rivals
ぜ
to。duels.
みんなメールかメッセージだろ。
What century did you go to school in?
本当だよな。
Look, whatever. All I'm saying is, this place is worth at least 3 cameras.
That many? Just for the lockers?
Yep. See, a school never has that many blind spots. So when you do find one, you make it special. And this one's pinging my radar pretty hard here.
Huh. If you're that sure, let's do it.
タバコか。その設置する場所によってはさ、パンツ見えるよ。それはありかね。
I see you've set up a few cameras already. Feed is coming in nice and clear.
Thanks.
We just finished with the back of the gym. Next up is
Copy that.
All right, Doc. Just follow my lead.
もしかしてキムタクだってバレてる？あ、キムタクだってバレてるか？ん？なんだなんだお前なんだ？あ？キムタクだって知っててお前携帯出してんの？あ。カイトさん。お前どこ行った？どこ行った？本格テスト。いきなり外行くんか。体育館？いや、ちげえな。教室棟か。鉢合わせしてどうすんねん。かぶっても意味ないだろ。
The boys will handle this floor. So let's go up one more.
Gotcha.
下もあるやん。
Every bully loves a good pair of stairs. Pushing someone down them ruins their day pretty quick.
You think it's really that often? Still, it is a blind spot.
Yep. Close corners make for poor visibility, making this a #1 choice among assholes.
You don't say.
どこにつけるんだ？
Alright. Then let's get a camera here.
さすがにな、つけてるとこ見つかったら、あれじゃねえの？バレるべ。
Alright. Let's move up to the next floor.
さすがにバレそうなもんだな。
Yagamishi, are you perhaps on the second floor?
Yeah, we're about to start setting up.
Okay, we're almost done with the first floor, and we'll be heading to the east building after. I think we can handle that all on our own. So can you finish up the second and third floors here?
Sure, not a problem.
Splitting up for a bit shouldn't hurt. How about I take the second floor and you do the third?
うわ、マジか。
Works for me.
いやって感じだよ。目に入りにくい見通しの悪い場所だったか。マジか。他に仕掛けられそうな場所。俺は3階担当だろ。屋上か。屋上もな、立ち入り禁止かどうかによるけどな。立ち入り禁止だったらワンチャン。トイレか。なるほどね。でもいじめが男限定だったらまあなんのかなって思うけど、女もだったらさすがにな。女子トイレはさすがにまずいだろ。男子トイレもなかなかまずいけどな。あ、屋上か、やっぱり屋上だよな。お、用務員か。
Looking for something, pal? I'm kind of busy, in case you couldn't
学
tell.
校内でしかも喫煙中ですか。
Hey. Suspicious.
ここか。
I'm pretty sure smoking's not allowed in school. Should you really be doing that here?
Oh, you saw that, huh? Could you, keep this between us?
I can. But in exchange, I'm gonna need this area clear.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Just don't tell anyone, okay?
.これで全部か。2回言うんだよな。
Kaito-san, I'm done setting up the third floor.
Same. I've hit up every blind spot I can think of. Thing is, I've still got 2 cameras left.
2台か。
Maybe this tight corridor might be good. The teachers probably passed by without a second glance.
Hey, Kaito-san, don't you think we should be installing these in classrooms? Isn't that where bullying primarily takes place?
いやでも先生
You
の
might
目
be
は
right about that. But we couldn't cover every classroom if we wanted to, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, fair enough. Nice to see you putting so much thought into this.
As professionals, we'll just have to make do with what we've got.
ベストを尽くすか
We should set this camera up wherever we can get the broadest view. How about the ceiling in the middle of the hall? Then we'll see everyone going in and out of class. Okay, Tuck, I'm gonna give you a boost. So make sure you find a good spot for that thing, okay?
Uh-huh. You know,
Sus.
we totally could have done this during recess. Everyone's just staring at us.
Too late to whine now. Just do what you gotta do and be done
本
with
当
it.
だよ
Huh?
おおええやんさすがにバレるだろ顔だってこいつらぶちのめしたんだもんなさすがに顔覚えてるだろ
Hey, you saw them, right? Those kids who started trouble at the restaurant.
You noticed too, huh?
Classroom 2-2.
Sounds like we've got some bullies in there for sure. That'll be a prime spot for the last camera.
All right. Just make sure they don't see your face. Let's hit it.
そっちからかさすがにバレるんじゃねって
Excuse me, but I don't recall there being an inspection today.
校長よ
Sorry to be in your way, ma'am. We won't take long.
I understand, but nobody notified me we'd have any interruptions.
Yeah. And nobody
い
notified
や
us that
もう
some
やめてくれ
violence
恥ずかしい
was teachers.
You know what? I don't seem to recognize either of you. Probably because our usual repairmen were here just last month.
Can't say I know anything about that. We're just here doing our job, man.
You can call me Sawa-sensei, not ma'am, and you're in my classroom. Forgive me, but who may I ask called you here?
校長だろ理事長
It was the chairman who called us in. I had assumed all teachers were notified.
Oh, the chairman. Well, I suppose I should leave it at that then, hmm?
Well, when you say it like that,
Did he make this appointment with you directly?
Yep, sure did. So,
いやいやいやそれは言っちゃダメでしょ私はかつまになって
And I'm sure our chairman gave you his name?
his name? Oh, well, Okuda-san. How could I forget?
Yes, of course. I'm sorry for being so rude.
no problem at all, Teach. By the way, anyone ever tell you how stunning you
あ
are?
あもうええからそういうのええからもうなんか
Dream
あ
gal.
あもうええやん
What?
Ignore him, please. Like I said, we'll get this done quick and be out of your hair. And we're done. Sorry again for the disturbance. We'll be going now.
いや思いっきり顔見られたんじゃね
The hell was that, Kaito-san? You forget we're working here?
Yeah, but man, that chick's the spitting image of a teacher I had a crush on. One of my few good school memories.
What, so that makes me the bad guy?
All right. Back to work. I get it.
This is Tsukumo reporting in. Yagamishi, please respond.
Hey man, we just finished setting up the cameras.
Good, so did we. Could you and Kaito-san meet us at the gymnasium then? It's empty at the moment. I thought we might as well check the camera feed and discuss what to do moving forward.
Got it. Then we'll see you at the gym.
ガキどもにも絶対バレてるだろ。あいつらもバカじゃねえからな、言うて。校舎は走らないでってか。そんなことしたことねえよ。本当に誰もいないな。
Excellent work, gentlemen. All cameras are fully operational.
So, now all we do is sit back and watch?
Something like that, yes. By the way, Yagamishi, I noticed you installed a camera in a classroom. Did you find a lead there or something?
Yeah, that classroom had those problem kids from yesterday. Thought they'd be worth keeping an eye on.
Aha. Well, nothing unusual's turned up yet.
Guess we'll have to watch and wait. If there's any bullying happening at this school, this is a surefire way to find out.
Wrong as it is, there's something about smoking in school that makes it feel twice as good.
一応校内じゃないか
You're
ら
awfully
喫煙はいいん
nostalgic
か。
today, Kaito-san.
Yeah, well, my school wasn't as fancy as this one. Plus, I dropped out after a year.
Uh-oh. Guys, check this out. I think we may have found something.
早いな。
What is it?
This is the classroom where Yagamishi set up the
あ
camera.
ー
Class 2-2.
ジャックポットって感じだ。しかも
And
女
again. Now they're picking on a girl.
うわ、クソだな。ゴミクズだな。どうした？何やってんの？
Whoa, did you see that?
は？何やってんの？
No, they're writing something on her? With a permanent marker?
Yo,
周りは
Tom,
何もやんない。
let's go kick the shit out of those
おいおいお
punks.
いおい。
No way I'm letting that slide.
まだまだだろ？
Yeah, this is a problem.
いや、ちょ
Hold
っ
on,
と待って。
Yagami-san.
待って
What
って。
now?
Looks like they got what they came for. They were already leaving the classroom.
Why's nobody helping her? It's like they don't even want to see it. Kids think this doesn't
しかも
involve
女
you.
相手か。容赦ねえな、このク
Let's
ソど
go,
も。
Kaito-san. I want to see what happened with my own two eyes.
Yeah.
I suppose we should report this to our client. I didn't expect to find anything this quickly, though. But now, we have irrefutable evidence that bullying is real here at Serio. We'll have to take this up
た
with
だ
the
し、
chairman and
その
see
被
how
害
we
者
should
本人
proceed.
が言うかどうかは別だよな。やっぱそういうのあるからな。被害者が逆に怖くて否定するっていうのはあるからな。なんかそのパターンありそうだ。しかも女の子だし、結構ひ弱そうだからな。そんなガキあるんじゃねえか。そう簡単にはいかんべ。ああ、ここでバレるんじゃねって。どっかでバレるんだろ、どうせ。
Talk. That's her. The girl we saw on camera.
話しかけ
Let's
ちゃ
get
ダ
a
メだよ。
little closer and see how she's doing. What the? Hey.
あ、見える。エロ女。クソだな。そういうこと？あれか、噂とか、あれだろう、多分遠行とかそういう感じだろ。クソ野郎や。さすがにこれ、やばいだろ。は
What the?
ここから、あれこうだっけ？
Hey.
確かに可愛い子だな。だからこそじゃねえの。噂が立つと。こういうのよくわかんねえからな、いじめる。仕組みなんてのがよくわからん。
This is Tsukumo, paging Yagamishi.
Yeah, what's up?
I've just reported our findings to the chairman. Could you meet us here? His office is on the 3rd floor of the east building.
On our way.
なんか途中でバレそうな気がするんだよな。絶対バレてるだろう。不良どもに多分バレてんじゃないかなと思うんだよな。3回つってたな。すげえ、エレベーターがある。なかなかだよ。What? What? What? 待ってられっかよ。だってだって。
Please come in.
Huh? You're that teacher.
Sawa-sensei, wasn't it? To what do we owe the pleasure?
All of these men are detectives?
Yes, and I'd like you to keep their identities a secret. These gentlemen here are Yagami-san and Kaito-san.
I see. Very well then.
I've explained the situation to Sawa-sensei, our homeroom teacher for Class 2-2. Why don't you both have a seat?
I knew something was wrong, but I could never put my finger on what.
The girl being bullied. Her name's Mami Koda. Do I have that right?
Yes, she's in the basketball club. And so are all those kids surrounding her.
Basketball?
Wonder if that's where the bullying started.
Sawa-sensei, you mentioned noticing something was wrong?
Well, only that Koda-san hasn't been herself lately.
Suspend him. Expel him. Kick those bullies the hell out of here. The video we took has all you need.
でもさ、盗撮してたってことは無理でしょ。
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. For one thing, it would be quite problematic to use
だって
this
盗撮してたことになるもんな。さすがに問題だろ。
True. The school can't just come out and say we've been recording your kids without consent.
Yes, and let us bear in mind, they still have their whole lives ahead of them. We cannot treat this lightly.
You're not saying we should look the other way, are you?
Hey, last night you said the total opposite, man.
If you intend to cover this up, let me just begin by saying...
No one is suggesting we cover it up.
だからこの記録は使えませんよっていう話
We
でし
have
ょ。
no idea how close to the edge Koda-san could be.
いやだから他の証拠をゲットすればいいわけ。
What if she does something drastic before tomorrow?
確かにちょっと感情的だよな。
Pardon me for saying so, but bullying is rarely resolved by the victim and the perpetrator coming to a mutual agreement. Thus, a third party must intervene.
I presume you read that in a book somewhere. I can tell you from experience that no victim finds it easy to open up about their situation. Not to family, friends, anyone. It takes a tremendous amount of courage for a bullied child to come forth and seek help. So if we, as outsiders, are to intervene, we must consider the ramifications.
Even so...
No, I think the chairman's right. Making a big scene might only make things worse for Koda-san.
Oh, come on, Talk. That's not like you. Someone's drowning right in front of your eyes, and you're just gonna watch him sink?
What I'm saying is, we have to put a stop to the bullying without getting the whole school involved. What started in that classroom will end in that classroom.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, but did you say you were a detective?
Name's Yagami.
And you want to put a stop to the bullying, like it's that easy. Tell me, where does all this confidence come from?
You think there's a real chance we could pull this off, Yagami-san?
I do. Can you bring up that video again?
Sure. One moment.
I think the secret to stopping the bullying is right here in this video.
Really? Then by all means, Detective, enlighten us.
You don't have to be so condescending.
Nope, she's got a point. You gotta back up that claim. So what's this big secret you're talking about?
It's those students sitting idly by. They're aware of the problem, but aren't doing anything to help.
Well, yeah, there's a whole flock of bullies. Get in their way, you're their next target. Adults do the same thing, honestly. Guess we're not so different from high schoolers.
Then we should hold some sort of trial and get the class involved? Is that what you're trying to suggest?
Again, something like that would only spread the issue. And that would only bring more pain to Kodo-san. Tell me, what is your suggestion, Yagami-san?
What I'm getting at is that it's the silence of all her classmates that's empowering these bullies. On the surface, we only see students turning their eyes as one of their own gets tormented. They feign disinterest, or pretend not to notice, because remember, that's the safest thing to do. But deep down, it kills them to see it.
Yeah, no shit.
So if the class could just express that, the pressure would then shift to the bullies. We have to tip the social balance in that classroom, become the voices of justice, of social law. Then, it's the bullies who become the outcasts. Would they keep running the risk of bullying if it meant social exile?
I can see how you arrived there.
All right, so where do we come in?
We come in by giving the bystanders a voice. We're gonna be the spark that lights a fire. After all, the first voice matters the most.
Okay, so what's the plan here?
Tsukumo, how fast can you get your hands on a couple of mini-speakers? I want to put them in the classroom where they can't be seen.
I can have them here momentarily, but I admit I don't really grasp the plan here.
I don't blame you. I honestly can't say it'll work, but I think it's worth a shot.
I see. In that case, I'll be back before school's out.
Chairman, I don't know what these detectives are planning, but I'll tell you this right now. I refuse to stand idly by while a student gets pushed to the breaking point.
Do you remember what I told you about the student who committed suicide? That affected Sawa-sensei profoundly. Perhaps she blames herself for being unable to prevent it, whatever the cause may have been.
I can see that.
As the chairman of this school, I don't want to let her down. So please, help her, Yagami-san. Help us all.
How's it coming along, Yagamishi? No complications, I presume?
So far, so good. Looks like most of the students have gone home.
Do you have the speakers I gave you?
Yep, and they're just what I needed. You're the man, Tsukumo.
Heh. How about we save the praise for after our plan works out?
Anybody in the classroom right now?
In class 2-2? Let me check. Now that's odd.
What's wrong?
Well, that one's fine, but there's something wrong with the camera in the classroom building. The one on the second floor by the stairs.
Is it broken?
No, still getting a signal. Something might be blocking the lens?
All right, I'll check it out on the way.
How does it look, Yagamishi? Anything unusual?
Let's find out. Huh? The heck is this?
Did you find something?
Yeah, a sticker on the lens.
Yagamishi!
There he is! That's the pervert who's... See, when you find a hidden camera, what you do instead, that way, when the perv finally notices, he
I get it, Amasawa. Just hey. What is it you're...
He's trying...
Oh, wow, that girl's pretty sharp.
Come on, let's catch him already! Stop!
Hey, wait!
Are you safe, Yagamishi? Seems like you're in a bit of a pinch.
Yeah, you think? Crap.
Yagamishi, you should see a ladder that goes up to the gym's roof. That's my advice.
Got it.
Don't panic, but the school just contacted security. Several guards are en route to your location.
Great. Just what I needed.
Looks like you've made it to the rooftop.
Where have you been watching from this whole time?
From the drone, Yagamishi. I found a spot that's pretty inconspicuous. From here, use the drone as a guide and jump from that roof toward the classroom. You're gonna have to clear a big gap.
Right. I'll try not to die.
Yagamishi, it looks like some of the guards have arrived. You think you can make it out of there?
I'll have to, somehow.
What? Even after all that?
Yeah, I should be able to make a clean getaway.
Are you serious?
It'll be fine. All I have to do is not...
You know very well I'm weak to... But for the glory, let's get this mission started!
Better be careful here.
Like I said, I should be able to help you get to your destination without incident. Make sure you don't lose that earpiece, okay?
Got it. Counting on you, Tsukumo. I see now. Okay, makes sense. Damn. Not happening. And this was the shortest route to Class 2, too.
Nothing we can do but find another route. Give me a moment. Yagamishi, it seems the rooftop might be a more viable option. Let's abandon this route and try it, shall we?
Yeah. No sense waiting for the guards to just give up their posts. Let's check out the rooftop. Aha. The hell, another roadblock?
My apologies. I'm afraid that was a blind spot.
Well, shit.
Yagamishi, how many guards are there?
There's just one.
Just one? Well, in that case, let's just get that guard out of your way.
You got a plan?
Of course. Yagamishi, it's time to put that thing I gave you to use.
You mean this ball or whatever? What does it even do?
It's kind of like one of those anti-theft balls, actually. You fill that ball with powder or liquid and throw it at your target to blind them.
Right. So what's inside this thing?
Oh, just some peppers.
Peppers? Is this really gonna work?
Now, don't doubt the magician. Just take my word for it and let it fly.
I see now. Oh, damn. It worked like a charm.
What did I tell you? But, Yagamishi, that only works once. You'll have to procure a refill on your own.
Yeah, I got it.